Alrighty, y'all, it's your boy Zxous, and I do want to, discuss this topic because I've seen a lot more people, I don't know, like in certain videos where I mention a favorite item, a decent amount of you guys ask me, Zxous, how do you get favorite items so quickly? How do you have this favorite item? How do people have this favorite item? What do you do to get these favorite items? What favorite item should I be getting? So I'm going to try my best to not really go over how you get favorite items because, I could, but I think I've already done that in a video. I might as well. I can just do it quickly. And then I'm going to talk about the favorite items I think you should be going for if you do not have them, right? Obviously, favorite items are really good in this game because they buff up old characters and make them viable in today's meta. For example, Laplace, Helm, Viper. These are just some examples of characters who are actually usable today that were not usable as much or even at all before they had their favorite item. And Viper especially. Nobody was using Viper before. Laplace was barely being touched, and maybe when she first came out, but then again there was nobody in the game, right? So I'm going to be talking about all that stuff. Hopefully this is helpful for some of you guys in any type of way, shape, or form, but let's talk about it. So first things first, there's many different ways people do favorite items and stuff like that. What you need are these boxes. I think I do have them, these boxes, right? There's a yellow version of this, and then obviously the purple version where you end up getting these maintenance kit, right? You're going to need maintenance kits. Now the thing is, I prefer genuinely, if I'm going to give a favorite item to someone, I think I already gave one to Helm, right? So let me find a character that doesn't have any collection item or anything. Polly, for example, right? What I would do if I'm giving it to if I'm trying to build a favorite item, I would give them the R rarity. I would not give them the SR rarity. Right, I give my SR rarity to the characters that I know are not going to get a favorite item for a very, very long time, right? And the reason why I do that is because the SR rarity, it's very hard to upgrade, right? It's kind of like wasting materials, right? Because you're starting off at base SR, you have to level up a level 0 base SR all the way up to phase 15 in order for you to be able to get your favorite item. That's why when I first did it, when I got Laplace's favorite item, it took me so long to get her favorite item because I was building her from an SR piece, right? But then when it came to my Exia and also my Viper, it was very quick for me to get their favorite item because I was building them from an R. The thing is, R rarity is less than SR rarity, right? But building the R rarity is a lot more easier because the rate of leveling up a R piece is much higher than the rate of building up an SR piece. Now, you might think, okay, but Zxous, either way, it's the same thing. No, it's not, because if you level up an R piece, let me see if I can actually show you guys, because I did give it to my Helm, and I know I have not leveled up my Helm at all after I got her to SR. Where is Helm? Right here, right? If we go to my Helm, for example, her current piece is an SR, right? But it's at phase 5. I have not leveled it up past phase 5 and the 1900 you see here. The reason is, when you level up an R piece, all the way to, I think, whatever phase it is, whether it's phase 10 or 15, when you fully level up an R piece and you maintain it to upgrade it to an SR piece, it will start at phase 5, where when you start with an SR piece, you're going to start at phase 0. So basically, from upgrading from R to an SR, you're getting an extra free 5 phases, which is just saving you a lot of materials, right? Because like I said, the rate of leveling up a SR piece is not high at all, right? It's 2.2% with the beginner maintenance kit, which is on average is what you're going to get. 8% with the actual SR intermediate maintenance kit, and then it's a 20% chance with the elite maintenance kit. Not only that, I think, I'm not 100% sure, I just want to confirm this real quick. Let me go double check. Let me pause and come back. So that's the only thing though, right? So this is a SR piece that I just put on Modernia, for example, right? And as you see, it starts from phase 0, but when you maintain it, right, the percentage of leveling up is a bit higher than what it is from an R to SR. So obviously it's 25% here it's 11% rather than 8%, and here it's 3.6% rather than 2.2%, right? The only difference is now you have to start from phase 0, right? So this is a base SR gear that I put on Modernia, not an R that I upgraded to SR, just a base SR gear, right? So it's just better to put the R and upgrade it into that because you get the extra free 5 phase, and then from there all you have to do is get to phase 15, right? And the thing is, you can get to phase 15 very easily, especially if you get those gold lucky ones, like the, you know, super rare, whatever it is. You know what I'm talking about if you guys upgrade a favorite item. So my advice to you guys is to upgrade the R's to SRs for favorite item characters. Now, how do you get these materials? Solo raid is the main way. That's probably like the only way. And then also you can also, if you want to, I mean, I didn't really learn about this until recently, and I found it actually useful because like I don't really use a lot of these. But if you actually go to your collection, maybe it's useful, maybe it's not useful. You guys can let me know. But if you go to your collection and you go to combine, if you combine 4 of these R grades, if you don't need them, but you're probably going to, but if you don't need them and you combine 4 of them, you have a chance of getting maintenance elite kits, like 10 of them, and then also 20 intermediate kits, right? So that's a faster way as well that I was able to like, you know, get these maintenance kits. If I have a lot of R gear, I had a lot of R gear when I was getting my Viper, my helm. I had a lot of R gear, so I was able to level up those 2 quite easily, right? But yeah, that's another way. The SR one isn't really the best because when you upgrade it, they're just going to give you a selector, which if you want, sure, I wouldn't really recommend that one. But the R one, you do have a chance of getting elite and intermediate pieces right there, right? And then for the actual like favorite item stuff, like the actual favorite item materials that you need, you got to do dispatch. Obviously, if you didn't already know that, you can get it from Solo Raid as well, but it's random. And then you can also exchange for the ones that you already completed. So for example, I've completed Laplace's and Exia's favorite item materials. So whenever I do Solo Raid and I randomly get their favorite item materials, I can exchange it for an item that I don't already have, right? Or materials that I don't already have, right? You guys, that's basically all it is. Now, in terms of the favorite items you should be focusing on if you do not have any of them, right? Or if you just have 1 or 21, the next character. I'm just going to rank it for you guys. Helm is easily the best like favorite item character in the game. She is so meta. She's Crown's new best partner because she just allows so much damage for your entire team. She does so much damage herself, and she procs Crown's attack damage buff as well, right? She's just an all-around great character. Like, she's literally an all-around great character. I would say his favorite item Helm is the only character out of all these favorite item characters that actually hit top 10 in Nikke, right? Because my top 5 are the Pilgrims. I probably would have this Helm over Naga, and I know a lot of people have Naga in their top 10 as well. Because everybody's literally saying when they get favorite item Helm, they're going to replace Naga. So it's quite clear that Helm is just better than Naga at this point. But yeah, Helm is easily the best to go for at first. Second, I would probably say Laplace still, right? Don't get me wrong, Drake's is great too, but I feel like you're going to only build up Drake's favorite item if you are using her with a shotgun team. If you're not, then there's just no point for you to go ahead and get hers right away. But I would say the first 2 ones you should prioritize is definitely Helm's, and then also Laplace. Third, it could be either Exia or it could be Miranda. Probably Miranda. I would say Miranda third. The reason why is because Miranda's just become such a great support, right? Just a great support for your account. A burst 1 support at that, right? She becomes such a good one when you use her burst skill, right? When you use her burst skill, but when you give her her favorite item, she becomes such a great support for the entire team, right? So, or at least I think it's not the entire team. I think it's just the 2 allies with the highest attack, which is your DPS characters. Yeah, yeah. So 2 allies with the highest attack, as you guys see there. All allies get a crit damage buff, and then for herself, she gives that. And then 1 ally with the highest attack gets crit rate increased by 58 or 85% for 1 round. And then, yeah, hit rate buffs and stuff like that. She becomes pretty decent, right? So, yeah. In order, if you want me to just rank it all from all current 9 favorite items, I'm going to just tell you guys the ranking. 1, I would have Helm to prioritize. 2, I would have Laplace. 3, I would have Miranda. 4, I would have Exia. 5, I would have Drake. 6, I would have Viper. 7, I would have Diesel. 8, I would have Freema, and then 9, I would have Milk, right? That's just my opinion. I think that's actually the order of the favorite items. If you were to ask me what's the order, right? Viper and Drake are very good favorite item characters, but they're only good with specific teams. Drake being the shotgun, and then Viper being the sustained damage team. Exia becomes a very powerful burst 1 character damage wise. Angie is just a general support for electric characters. Miranda is just a general support for DPSs. Helm is a crazy character all around her, and then Laplace becomes a broken DPS, right? I'm talking millions of damage. You guys seen it, right? So there's that. And then when it comes to Diesel, Milk, and Freema, I don't really think they're all that crazy for like that you need to get them, but you know, these will become somewhat useful. Freema and Milk is like, what's the point? So yeah, those are the favorite items I would prioritize getting in that specific order: Helm, Laplace, Miranda, Exia, Drake, Viper, and then it would be Diesel, then Freema, then Milk. Though that's the prioritized the way you should get it. And then hopefully the way I explained of getting favorite items without actually having to show you guys, because there's no solar raid out or anything like that, it's kind of hard to show you guys without solar raid being out. But hopefully that was helpful for how you guys are actually able to get favorite items fast. A lot of you guys have been asking that question specifically. So yeah, it's your boy Zxous. Let me know if this is helpful for you or not, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.